I don't necessarily flat out put him over Neymar, but I can make the argument. I view myself as a good enough debater where I can make that argument. But I've always said if someone wants to say Neymar's better than Hazard, I'm not going to argue it. Like I will if they want me to, but I totally respect that take. Neymar is an exceptional player, one of the most talented players I've ever witnessed, and really, when we talk about raw ability, one of the most talented players to ever play the game. And he's put up fantastic stats at Barcelona and PSG and for Brazil. So I'm never going to say someone's crazy for saying Neymar's third best in the world or is better than Eden Hazard. No. But I do think Hazard gets way too disrespected by some people, especially some fan bases. And by the way, I don't think he would get disrespected by, say, let's use, for example, the Liverpool fan base if he was a Liverpool player. They'd be saying the same things that Chelsea fans say for him. It's not this thing where Chelsea fans or Hazard fans in general are like twisted in the head or they are made differently than other people. No, it's about cognitive bias, obviously, to an extent, but more so about the rival that he probably scored against and tormented and hurt. And now that he's obviously not having a good season for Real Madrid, albeit due to injury, but he's not having a good season for Real Madrid, and Sadio Mane and Mohamed Salah are having great seasons again, it just helps their argument that they score goals and he's never been that much of a goal scorer. But I rate the guy so highly because he passes all the tests. He passes all the tests. He, by the way, has put up good statistics in his career. He put up 20 and 16 for Lille, and he was tremendous in Ligue 1. Neymar's in Ligue 1 now. So, I mean, why is it a double standard there? Why is no one saying, well, Neymar's putting up all these crazy statistics, and by the way, it was never 20 and 16. He's never put up 20 and 16 in Ligue 1 like Hazard did, and Hazard did it at a way younger age. Why is no one using that for Neymar, but they use it for Hazard when he was at France? I mean, it doesn't make sense. So there's double standard there. He had 16 and 15 last season in the Premier League, Eden Hazard. 16 and 15 in the Premier League. Do you see the players around him? The players around him were not that good. Not superstars. Not what City have. Not what Liverpool have. To an extent, not even what Manchester United have. Hell, certainly not what Real Madrid have or Barcelona have or PSG have or Bayern Munich have. He got 16 and 15 and pretty much got Sarri his first ever title. It was tremendous in the Europa League final. So this is a guy that performed no matter who was alongside him. This is a guy for Belgium who is outright the best player on the pitch when he plays for Belgium. It's not Kevin De Bruyne. It's not Romelu Lukaku. It is quite clearly Eden Hazard. And that's not biased. That's pretty factual. Whether it be at the World Cup or any time they get together, it's Eden Hazard. So he's got the statistics, like I said. He does have, and by the way, goals and assists are way too talked about. And I'm so glad we're in 2020 now and we are diving into deeper statistics. We're diving into XG. We're diving into efficiency. We're diving into not just how many dribbles did they complete, but how good is their percentage? Are they an efficient player? And the more you dive into those stats, the better Eden Hazard is. So we can talk about goals all day. Some of the best players of all time, even attacking players, didn't put up insane goal tallies, but they were efficient players. And Hazard will be the first to tell you, if the assist looks better than the shot, he'll do the assist. Absolutely. And he's managed to assist a lot of players that aren't even that good. So that's the statistics side of it. The statistics side of it, he's still pretty damn good. But the eye test side of it, he passes that with flying colors. It's why defenders say he is the toughest I've ever defended. It's why Andrew Robertson said that, and he had Salah and Mane on his team, and he could have included them because he faces them in training. The question was posed to any player, not just opponent. It's why you have Benjamin Pavard saying, Hazard is by far the hardest I've had to defend. It's why you have players constantly saying, no, Hazard's been the toughest for me. I think Trent Alexander-Arnold just said it, or someone else in the Premier League just said it, who's faced a lot of people. Everyone, all these coaches, all these legends say Eden Hazard is right up there with the best in the world. Not Messi, Ronaldo, they're their own tier. But literally all of these people say Eden Hazard is something special. You watch him, he is efficient in how he plays, and he is absolutely unique in what he does. And his durability, up until this season, he was always available for games. Always available. An insane durability rate. And he's been the most fouled player in the Premier League of the last decade. So to answer the last part of your question, where do I rank him among footballers kind of in the last decade or so, or just in general? I mean, I do think he was the consensus best player in the Premier League for the last decade. If you want to say Aguero, fine. But Eden Hazard was right up there. No doubt about it. And I don't think it's ridiculous take to say he was up there. And overall, if you're not just judging players that are fit like right this very, very second, because he won't count, overall, think he's no question a top 10 footballer, and I think it's a fair shout to say he's top 5. And the tier where Messi and Ronaldo are has always been their own tier. Now, Ronaldo recently, maybe he's a little bit more human, and maybe he's more down with Neymar and Lewandowski and Eden Hazard. Like right after last season, 16 and 15 in the Premier League and a Europa League man of the match performance for Eden Hazard, there was a good argument to say that he is right there at 2, 3, 4, 5. Not Messi, but 2, 3, 4, 5. And unless he comes back for Real Madrid when football restarts in La Liga and he just looks like a horrible player, I think he'll remain there for a little while. And I think it really is ridiculous to say anything else other than he is a footballing legend. You see what he's achieved as an individual. Oh my God. Go on his Wikipedia and just see everything he's achieved as an individual in both leagues, in Liga and the Premier League. And then look what he's done collectively as a team. He's done it all, except for, of course, the Champions League, but he's done it all other than that. So, yeah, I rate the guy very highly, but I can back up why I rate him all day.